Hello friends, welcome to Plant Passion channel. Today we are going to talk about the mini jade plant. Let's dive into the details. This plant's common name is mini jade or elephant bush, and the botanical name for this is Portulacaria afra. This is commonly found. This is a desert-based plant, commonly found in South African deserts. Right. So from there, this has come to nursery hobby. There are several varieties and several leaf types, and also there are variegated forms available in this. This is a desert plant, so it's more has succulent like properties, uh, but it's a very hardy plant that can be easily grown by beginners. This is one more variety of the same plant. Here if you see, the leaf shapes are slightly different compared to the other one. The speciality of this plant is if this is grown over multiple years and carefully grafted, you can easily give it a tree-like appearance, and thus is popular in the bonsai hobby also. You can see here, this is roughly an year-old plant, but once it grows and matures and we carefully prune and graft it and make the branches the way we like it with wiring and tools, we can easily convert this to a bonsai. I have plans to do the same, but I'm not a bonsai expert. Maybe over years, if I can get it to a bonsai shape, I will share another video on the same. Coming to the soil conditions for this plant, this being a succulent type plant, we need to give an appropriate soil mix. The regular garden mix won't do. The sand mix that I have used here is red soil, vermicompost, and river sand in the ratio of 1:2:2. Right. So I have seen that this soil mix is good enough for the plants, and I have been able to grow them successfully. However, the succulent experts also suggest to grow succulents in cinders. That's something I'm yet to try. If I try and I can get good results, I will share that as well. Talking about lighting, this plant needs bright outdoor light. This needs to be kept in the full sun. This is very tolerant and very hardy plant. It can tolerate even heat like Chennai's summer heat. Right. So we have seen this grown in deserts in Arizona where the temperatures are reach much higher during summers. And so from that standpoint, it's a very hardy plant, and it's very suitable for beginners. Coming to watering, this plant, since it's a succulent, we need to treat this plant little carefully. When the topsoil dries out, this can be watered. In summers, you can water it every alternate day, and in winters, you can reduce it. The basic measure or thumb rule is you need to check for the topsoil being dry. If the topsoil, first 1 inch of the topsoil is dry, then you can water this plant. And when you water it fully, and see that the water is coming out from the drain holes at the bottom. This plant is propagated through cuttings, right? And when we take the cutting, we normally see this green portion, right? So we need to allow this plant to dry out, and this green portion has to be turned to the same brown color as the stem, right? They call this process as callus, and it normally takes 1 to 2 days. You need to keep this plant in a shade, right, not in full heat, and this allow this plant to air dry. In 1 or 2 days, you will see that this stem color at the bottom has changed. Once this has changed, then we can either propagate it in water or propagate it in soil. Based on our experience, we need to be careful when we propagate in water. After some days, there is tendency that the stem can turn mushy. We just need to carefully watch, and as soon as the roots are formed, we need to take it out. If you are propagating it in soil, once the callus is formed, you give a good mix of rooting hormone and then put it in a right soil, and this will give good results. These are some of the propagations which we had done in the recent few months. Right, and if you can see here, this is another one which we had done here. It's easy to propagate, not very difficult, and you can easily do this yourself. Coming to diseases, there are two major problems that we see. One is this mealybug infestation that you can see here around this plant. This commonly happens during summer months, and when this happens, we don't use insecticide or pesticide. We take a small brush or a watercolor brush, and then the brushed out this at the first occurrence. If you ignore the first occurrence, it can spread wide throughout the plant, and then it can result in plant looking pale, and finally it will take away all the energy and juice from the plants, so then the plant ends up dying. So as soon as you see these white infestations, these are called mealybugs, and as soon as you see that, you take a brush and remove that out. Right, the other common problem which we see in this plant is rainy season. This being a succulent, and when we normally keep them outdoors, during rainy season, it can tolerate a day or two of rains. When it's kept in continuous rains over a period of weeks, and if it's raining every day, right, then the plant does not tolerate that. Slowly, the leaf starts turning mushy and starts dropping, and what we see is, what we do is, when it comes to rainy season, we keep these plants in an indoor area. Once the rain stops, we keep it back in outdoor. That's one thing we need to watch out for.